Greetings everyone, I'm here with my boy Maximus who has a little bit of a problem. The front brake lever is not activating the brake light in the back. My brother actually noticed it the last time when I came back from my ride. So let's test it here. Put the bike on. I'm pulling in the brake lever and we have no brake light. So I'm going to activate the rear brake. I'm going to use my foot, and when I press the rear brake, the light comes on. So obviously the bulb is fine. Now, one of two things can be wrong in this scenario. The switch here could be bad, or there is a connection between here and the back of the bike that could be severed. So there is a really simple way to find out which problem it is. And for that, we're going to need to go and get a wire. And just for reference, to find the front brake lever switch, it is underneath the brake lever right here. As you can see, if I move the lever, it's letting go of that little post on the switch. You can see the post is right in here. Here you see these two connectors. One here, one here. We need to disconnect these two connectors from the switch first. You can see the two pins for the switch right here. So here we've got these two connectors disconnected, and we're actually going to use these connectors to tell us whether or not the switch is busted or if something else along the way is busted. And for that, all we need is a simple wire. Just a regular electrical wire that you can just make the edges raw. And what we're going to do is put one end into one side and the other end into the other side and complete the circuit. In theory, the brake light should come on. We have the bike set to on. I have the wire in one side of the socket. I don't think you can see very well, but I have this other wire here that I'm just going to shove into that extra socket. And there we have the brake light coming on. Oh, I lost the connection. There we go. So we know for sure the switch is the issue.
I just want to quickly point out that if we did this test and the light still didn't come on, it would mean there would be a failure point somewhere along the remaining circuit in the bike. This would mean chasing through the wire loom and looking for either burnt out wires or connections that might be corroded or need to be replaced. But it's much more likely that the culprit is going to be the component that gets used a lot, i.e. the switch.
Now, I actually went ahead and did this test already, so I knew the switch was the thing that was defective. So I already have a new switch that I ordered. I just need to take this switch out. And if I am not mistaken, I think there's just a screw, this one right here, that basically is holding it in. So I just need to take that whole unit out. You can see the little pins for the brake switch are here. The screw is somewhere over here. It's not the best framing, but it's where I can put the camera right now to film anything. And in theory, boom, there we go. Out it comes, and this is the offending part. So now I just need to replace it, and we should be good to go. Okay, here we can see the new part versus the old part. So this is the new one. It feels a little bit more to them. This one's just probably been pressed one too many times. So let's go put this one in. So if you look at the new part, it's got this little plastic dowel. I don't know if you can see it very well. There's a piece sticking up like right here that plugs into a little hole there and makes the screw hole line up as well. So in theory, it should be pull back this lever, plug this hole in, and now it's set into place. Only thing I need to do is get the screw in. Now I have my chin holding down the brake lever so it's not resting on the actual button. So let's just tighten this a bit. Doesn't need to be very tight. So that should be good. That should be fine. The only thing we need to do now is to reconnect these two. So let me put the first side on first. There we go. You should hear a nice satisfying little click. And then this one. Those should be in. Put this on. Haha! Success! Boom! Fixed. And just like that, easy as pie, we now have our front brake working again. So there we have it. Simple fix. If I can do it, you can do it. So if something breaks on your bike, don't freak out. Take a deep breath and just think your way through it, and you can get it fixed. Until next time, safe travel, pon de gravel.